Hey, welcome back, MobilityWOD. I want to introduce tonight, this is the Voodoo X Band. Now, one of the things that happened, we've had great success with the Voodoo Band for flossing, for undoing old junky hamstring, junky tissue, kind of restoring motion, reperfusing joints. We've had good luck. You guys have been on tweeting it and talking about it. We appreciate it. One of the things we noticed that we want a slightly thicker band for just the compression, and also to be able to kind of get into the high hips. So I promised you guys a quick video tonight. It's just a little bit thicker, same kind of width, and we went through a lot of iterations. We went wider, we went thinner. Some of our powerlifter friends wanted a little bit thicker band. And what we really like is that it actually adds a little bit better compression, but doesn't kind of tack the tissue down the same way. We spent a long time getting the regular Voodoo band to the right durometer and right width so that we could feel like we got enough out of it. Right, so we could actually kind of, what does Jesse Berg say? So you could hurt yourself enough, right? You got to really be able to suffer. So Yasmin here is high-level short track speed skater. She, are you state champion? Just saying, right? One of our best athletes. And last night just did something wonky. What'd you do?
Probably jumping.
Probably jumping.
Badly.
And did you speed skate yesterday?
Yeah.
So combination of maybe jumping badly or poorly, and then some speed skating, the ankle a little bit swollen. You can see some of the marks where she's actually had it compressed today. And for an ankle that she said that reported that it was pretty swollen last night,
Yeah.
and today it doesn't look very swollen.
No.
It looks really good. You can still see the compression marks. So what I want to show you is just this band. We're going to just wrap the whole foot, and I'm going to start from the bottom up and try to compress that tissue out. I'm just going to start from that foot, and then the difference is it is much tighter than the higher levels of compression than we had before. And Jasmine has been using, she's one of the early adopters, so we tested a lot of Voodoo flossing on her, and so she's very comfortable with the Voodoo floss concept. And she will be able to report how this feels, kind of relative to, I'm just going to do a heel lock here, and then just keep pressing that up. One of the reasons we came up with this band also was that we wanted to be able to just stabilize the joint a little bit more effectively. And we have a couple other pieces we'll film tomorrow about the knee and some of the high hamstring, but just a little bit more compression around some of those tissues. Oh, that is stiffer. Let's wrap that. Let me get my gain back on here. Good, okay. Now, does that feel different than your other compression?
Really tight.
It's tight, and it's much tighter. It doesn't. The other one doesn't. Just the other one kind of gives a little bit. It's a little sharper. This is a higher compression. It really is.
You can barely move in it.
That's right.
Barely
Show us some little movement in that.
Oh, God.
That's all she's got. So she's working hard here. And our rules about compression are high levels of intermittent compression throughout the day. And this is different than just sort of being slightly wrapped. And then she's much movement as she can, pain-free. And she's weight-bearing. She's following all the auto rules. It looks fine. But just as much movement. And then, you know, if she had a strap, she could take herself a little bit more to end range if it was pain-free. But because the joint is really supported, we tend to find that people have a little bit less symptoms. So we'll run this for like 2 minutes. Remember, respect your tingling. If you get numbing tingling, stop. Right? If it starts to feel like you're shutting off the blood supply, what's happening? You're shutting off the blood supply. Your body's really, you're clear with that. You know, it's interesting when we found that if you, you know, you feel like you're gonna, you know, you're afraid to pass gas because you feel like you can poo your pants. You don't pass gas. Why? Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna poo your pants. Those are called disaster pants. Your body has this deep knowledge, right? So, you know, it's about respecting the body. So we're just gonna pop this off, and I want you to see the difference. And this, so we came up with a little bit thicker band, and people asked us for it, and then the outcome. And I wanted to show you. This is the first time we've ever used it, the final prototype. But you can see that it just really pushed a lot of that junk out. You can see the definitely definitive lines. And this is the mechanism we think one of the reasons that the Voodoo band is great and why you should probably have one, even just kept it in your trunk for a swollen, you know, joint. As an anecdote, we just had an athlete who was here tonight who was in, she was on vacation in a very sketchy place. I think she was like working in Haiti, and she literally sprained her ankle. And she said, "What do I do? I'm miles away from anywhere." And I was like, well, find an inner tube, and we texted it. She cut the inner tube and was able to kind of basically compress her ankle, continue her relief work there. And you know, the idea is just, hey, let's restore it. Does that feel any different than before?
Yeah, totally opened up. Totally opened up.
And Yasmin would not tell a lie because she would kick my ass if she did. So MobilityWOD, Voodoo Floss, X Bands, and we'll continue the series. Thanks, guys.